There are moments in life when we feel forgotten, overlooked, or hidden away. We wonder why we aren't seen, recognized, or celebrated. But what if I told you that God hides you for a reason? You see, God is not careless with his children. When he hides you, it is not punishment, it is preparation. In the Bible, we find countless examples of individuals whom God concealed before revealing them to the world. Moses spent 40 years in the wilderness before he stood before Pharaoh. David was anointed king, yet remained in the fields tending sheep, unseen and unnoticed. Even Jesus spent 30 years in obscurity before his ministry began. Why? Because what God hides, he preserves. What he preserves, he prepares. And what he prepares, he will reveal at the right time. Being hidden can feel uncomfortable. It's in the hidden places that doubts creep in, that insecurities try to take root. You may feel as though your potential is wasting away, your dreams are delayed, and your prayers are unheard. But let me remind you, God is not in a hurry. He works on his own timeline, and his timing is always perfect. When God hides you, he is shielding you from dangers you cannot see. There are battles you are not ready to fight, challenges you are not yet equipped to face, and enemies who would destroy you if you stepped into your purpose prematurely. Like a seed planted in the soil, you must remain buried for a season. The darkness of that soil is not your grave, it is your growth chamber. God is allowing your roots to go deep so that when the time comes for you to rise, you will stand firm, unshaken by the storms of life. It is in the hidden seasons that God shapes your character. He teaches you humility, perseverance, and faith. He refines you, removing the impurities that could hinder your calling. He works on your heart, preparing you to carry the weight of the blessing he has in store for you. For the higher the calling, the deeper the preparation. When God hides you, it is never without intention. His ways are deliberate, purposeful, and full of wisdom. In our human understanding, being hidden might feel like rejection or insignificance, but to God, it is a critical phase of preparation. The Creator does not act without reason. He is the master planner, orchestrating every detail of your life for a purpose far beyond what you can currently comprehend. To be hidden by God is to be placed in a space of divine incubation. It is where you are protected from the distractions, dangers, and disruptions that could derail your destiny. He keeps you away from premature exposure because what is revealed too soon can be destroyed too soon. God sees the end from the beginning, and he knows what you are being prepared to carry. Sometimes he hides you because the weight of your purpose is too great for you to bear without first being strengthened, refined, and equipped. You may feel frustrated, questioning why doors aren't opening or why opportunities seem to pass you by. But God's hiding is not about punishment or withholding. It's about preservation. He is guarding you against opportunities that aren't aligned with his plan and against environments that aren't conducive to your growth. His hiding is his way of loving you, protecting you, and preparing you for something greater than you can imagine. Throughout history, God has shown us that the greatest leaders, the mightiest warriors, and the most impactful individuals often go through a season of being hidden before they are revealed to the world. Look at the story of Moses. Chosen to lead the Israelites out of Egypt, Moses spent 40 years in the wilderness tending sheep. Why would God keep a man destined for greatness in such an obscure place? It was because the wilderness was his training ground. It was there that Moses learned patience, humility, and leadership. Without that season, he would not have been ready to stand before Pharaoh and say, "Let my people go." Even Jesus, the Son of God, lived 30 years in relative obscurity. Born in a humble manger, he grew up in Nazareth, a town so insignificant that people would ask, "Can anything good come from Nazareth?" For 3 decades, he remained hidden, waiting for the appointed time to begin his ministry. Why would God hide his son for so long? Because every moment of those years was necessary. Jesus grew in wisdom, stature, and favor with God and man. His hidden years were not wasted, they were essential. So when you feel like you're in a season of obscurity, remember these examples. You are not forgotten, you are being prepared. God's hiding is a sign that he is working on something extraordinary in you. He is shaping you, molding you, and ensuring that when the time comes, you will be ready to step into your destiny with confidence and power. The hidden season is where the foundation of greatness is laid, and God never skips the foundation. There are also battles that are not yours to fight. When you are hidden, God is fighting on your behalf, clearing the path for you. He is removing obstacles you don't even know exist, silencing voices that could speak against you, and defeating enemies that would seek to harm you. Just as he protected David from Saul while he was hidden in the wilderness, God is keeping you safe from the storms that could overwhelm you. Think about the process of a seed. When a seed is planted, it disappears into the darkness of the soil. There's no light, no visibility, and no immediate signs of growth. But beneath the surface, something transformative is taking place. The seed begins to break open and roots start to form, digging deep into the ground to establish a foundation that will sustain the growth to come. Without this rooting process, the plant could never withstand the storms, the winds, or the challenges of the outside world. In the same way, God uses hidden seasons to build your foundation. He allows your roots to grow deep in faith, character, and wisdom. These roots are essential because when the time comes for you to rise, the storms of life will come. Without the depth and strength gained in your hidden season, you would not be able to stand firm. God knows that public success without private preparation leads to collapse. He is ensuring that your foundation is unshakable. The hidden season is also where God stretches you. Growth requires discomfort. Just as the seed must break open to release the life within it, you too must be stretched and challenged to reach your full potential. God allows trials and obstacles to refine you, teaching you resilience and perseverance. He knows that you cannot grow if you remain in a place of comfort. Growth happens in the tension, in the struggle, and in the silence. So if you feel like you're in the soil, unseen and unnoticed, rejoice. That soil is nurturing you, protecting you, and giving you the space to grow. God is not finished with you yet. He is developing the parts of you that will sustain the greatness He has called you to. Trust the process, even when it feels slow, because growth takes time and God's timing is perfect. What He is preparing in you in the hidden season will produce a harvest far beyond what you can imagine. When God hides you, one of the most profound things He does is shape your character. He doesn't just prepare you for the role He has called you to, He prepares you to handle it with integrity, wisdom, and humility. Your hidden season is the place where God refines you, smoothing out the rough edges and strengthening the areas of your life that need growth. It is not punishment, it is preparation for the greatness He has in store. Character is the foundation of any lasting success. Without it, even the greatest opportunities can become a burden. God knows this, and that is why He takes time to refine your inner person before He elevates you. The hidden season reveals your weaknesses and gives you the chance to confront them. It is in this time that God teaches you patience when things don't move as quickly as you'd like. He teaches you humility when no one acknowledges your efforts. And He teaches you perseverance when the journey feels endless. God uses the hidden season to teach you how to depend on Him. In this time, you learn to listen to His voice above all others. You learn to seek His approval, not the applause of people. He teaches you that your value does not come from what you do or how visible you are, but from who you are in Him. This lesson is essential because when the time comes for God to reveal you, the pressures of the world will try to distract and pull you away from your purpose. Without a solid character, you could lose sight of why you were called in the first place. The hidden season is also where God purifies your motives. He asks, why do you want to be seen? Why do you want to succeed? It is in the quiet that He aligns your desires with His will, ensuring that you are not pursuing fame, power, or recognition, but rather His glory and His purpose. This purification process is uncomfortable, but it is necessary. It ensures that when God elevates you, your heart remains humble and your focus stays on Him. God does not just prepare you for what you will receive, He prepares you to sustain it. He knows that the weight of responsibility can crush you if your character is not strong enough to bear it. The hidden season is where He fortifies your spirit, teaching you to trust Him in the unseen so that you can walk confidently in the seen. What you learn about yourself and about God during this time becomes the foundation for everything He will build through you. So embrace the hidden season as a gift. Let God work on your heart, your mind, and your spirit. Allow Him to refine you, knowing that the character He builds in you during this time will sustain you through every blessing and challenge that lies ahead. He is not withholding your destiny. He is preparing you to walk into it with integrity, strength, and a heart fully aligned with His will. Trust that His refining process is creating in you the kind of person who can carry His purpose with honor and grace. When God hides you, it is not just about preparing you for the world, it is also about drawing you closer to Him. The hidden season is an intimate time where God calls you into His presence to build a deeper relationship with Him. It is in the quiet and stillness that he reveals himself in ways you might never experience in the busyness and noise of public life. God uses this time to teach you who he is and to remind you that his presence is your greatest treasure. Think about the life of Elijah. After his dramatic confrontation with the prophets of Baal, God led him into the wilderness. There, Elijah experienced God not in the powerful wind, the earthquake, or the fire, but in the still small voice. That hidden moment was a reminder that God's presence is not always in the grand and visible, but often in the quiet and unseen. Elijah's hiding was not a punishment, but a time to recharge, to refocus, and to listen to God's whisper. In the hidden season, God invites you to rely on him completely. When no one is watching and there are no accolades or applause, he becomes your source of strength and encouragement. This is when you learn that his presence is enough. He reminds you that before the crowds, before the calling, before the elevation, it is his relationship with you that matters most. He hides you so that you can discover him in a deeper way, unencumbered by the distractions of the world. God also uses this time to teach you the power of prayer and stillness. It is in the hidden season that your prayer life is strengthened, not because you are asking for things, but because you are seeking him. You learn to hear his voice, to discern his will, and to trust his timing. The intimacy you build with God during this time becomes the anchor for everything else in your life. It is where you develop the kind of faith that says, even if I am hidden forever, as long as I have you, I have everything. And when the time comes for God to reveal you, the closeness you develop with him in the hidden season will carry you through every challenge. You will know that it is not the stage or the recognition that sustains you, but the presence of God himself. The hidden season is not a delay, it is a divine appointment, a sacred time where God reminds you that above all else, he is your portion, your refuge, and your reward. Trust that this intimacy with him is the greatest preparation of all, for it is his presence that will guide and sustain you in every season of your life. When God hides you, he is not just preparing you for visibility or refining your character, he is strategically positioning you for the exact moment when your impact will be greatest. Timing is everything in God's plan, and the hidden season is where he aligns you with his divine calendar. He does not rush or delay, for his timing is always perfect. What may feel like stagnation or delay to you is, in reality, God orchestrating every detail so that when you step into your purpose, it will be in the fullness of his plan. Consider Joseph, whose life was a series of hidden seasons. Sold into slavery by his brothers and later imprisoned for a crime he did not commit, Joseph could have easily believed that God had forgotten him. But each of those moments of obscurity was a part of a divine setup. While hidden, Joseph's gifts were being refined, his character was being tested, and his faith in God was being strengthened. When the time came, Joseph was not only ready to interpret Pharaoh's dream, but to step into his destiny as the governor of Egypt. His years in the shadows were the very foundation of his success when he was finally revealed. God's timing is not like ours. While we may want immediate results, God sees the bigger picture. He knows the precise moment when the world will be ready to receive what he has placed in you. If you step out too soon, the opportunities may not be ripe, and the people you are meant to impact may not yet be prepared. The hidden season ensures that when God brings you forward, everything is in alignment, your heart, your purpose, and the circumstances around you. The waiting period also teaches you to trust God's sovereignty. It forces you to relinquish control and surrender to his plan. You may not understand why certain doors remain closed or why others seem to take so long to open, but God's delays are never denials. He is not withholding from you, he is protecting you. He knows that premature exposure can lead to failure, and he loves you too much to let you rise before you're ready. This strategic hiding is also a way of shielding you from unnecessary battles. Sometimes God hides you to protect you from people, environments, or situations that could derail your destiny. He knows the forces that might try to discourage, distract, or destroy you. In his wisdom, he keeps you hidden until you are strong enough to face those challenges and emerge victorious. What may feel like rejection or delay is often God's hand of protection over your life. Even Jesus experienced a hidden season. Before his public ministry began, he spent 30 years in relative obscurity, living as a carpenter and growing in wisdom, stature, and favor with God and man. When the time came, his impact was immediate and transformational. But imagine if Jesus had stepped into his ministry prematurely, he would not have fulfilled the perfect plan of salvation. His hidden years were essential to the success of his purpose. Your hidden season is not wasted time. It is preparation for a specific assignment that only you can fulfill. Trust that God's timing is never off. He is working behind the scenes, aligning people, opportunities, and circumstances to ensure that when you step into your calling, it will be the right moment for maximum impact. Just as the sun rises at the appointed time and the tides move according to the moon's pull, so too does your life unfold according to God's perfect design. So embrace the waiting, knowing that God's timing is always worth the wait. He is positioning you in such a way that when He reveals you, it will not only bless you, but also glorify Him and transform those around you. Rest in the assurance that God's plans for you are good, and when the time comes, nothing will be able to stop what He has ordained for your life. When God hides you, He is not only preparing you and refining your character, but also working behind the scenes to prepare the people, places, and circumstances that will be instrumental to your purpose. It's easy to think of God's work in your life as solely about you, but His plans are interconnected, involving others who are also part of His divine blueprint. In your hidden season, He is orchestrating events that will align perfectly with your calling when the time is right. Think about Esther. Before she became queen and was used by God to save her people, there was a process happening beyond what she could see. God was working in the heart of King Xerxes, creating a vacancy for Esther to step into her role. He was preparing Mordecai to be her guide and confidant. He was setting up the circumstances that would eventually allow her to make her bold appeal for the salvation of her people. Esther's hidden time in the palace before she revealed her true identity was as much about God's preparation of others as it was about her own growth. God does not work in isolation. He is the master of timing and alignment. While He is shaping you in your hidden season, He is also shaping the hearts of those who will be impacted by your purpose. He is creating opportunities, moving people into the right positions, and even removing obstacles that could hinder your destiny. You may not see it, but He is building a network of divine connections that will be ready to support you when you step into your calling. This orchestration extends to circumstances as well. God is arranging the conditions that will allow your purpose to flourish. Sometimes the delay you experience is not because you are not ready, but because the environment is not yet prepared for what you have to offer. God knows when the soil is fertile, when the season is right, and when the harvest will be plentiful. Your hidden season ensures that you step into your purpose at the exact moment when it will bear the most fruit. Even in the story of Moses, we see God working behind the scenes. While Moses was hidden in Pharaoh's household, God was preparing the Israelites for deliverance. He was allowing the conditions of their slavery to reach a point where they would cry out to Him for rescue. At the same time, He was preparing Pharaoh's heart for the confrontation that would come. Moses' time of hiding was not just about his personal preparation. It was about God aligning an entire nation with His plan. Your hidden season is also a time when God shields you from premature exposure. He knows the challenges that visibility can bring, and He ensures that you are revealed only when everything is in place to support you. Think about the weight of responsibility that comes with stepping into your calling. God ensures that the people who need to hear your message, receive your gifts, or walk alongside you are ready for that moment. He does not waste your gifts, nor does He waste time. Everything He does is intentional. God's orchestration often involves moving others out of the way to make room for you. Sometimes what feels like a delay is actually God clearing the path. He removes toxic relationships, unfaithful allies, and hindrances that could sabotage your purpose. He ensures that the people who remain in your life are those who are aligned with His vision for you. This pruning process can be painful, but it is necessary for the fulfillment of His plan. So trust that God's work is not limited to what you can see. While you are in your hidden season, He is actively aligning people and circumstances in ways that will amaze you when the time comes. The connections you need, the doors you are meant to walk through, and the opportunities that will elevate you are all being prepared. When God finally reveals you, it will not be just for your benefit, but for the blessing and transformation of others. Rest in the knowledge that His timing is perfect and that His plans are unfolding with precision, even when they remain hidden from your view. In your hidden season, God is not only working behind the scenes to prepare you, others, and the circumstances that will unfold around your purpose. He is also preparing you for the weight of the responsibility that will come when He reveals you. God knows that with elevation comes increased responsibility, greater influence, and sometimes more opposition. This period of being hidden is a time of refining your character and strengthening your spirit so that when the time comes, you can handle the weight of your calling without being crushed by it. It is easy to desire public recognition, to crave the spotlight and the applause of others, but the reality of fulfilling your purpose is far more challenging than what can be seen on the surface. Joseph's rise to power in Egypt, for instance, was not simply about his ability to interpret dreams. It was about his ability to manage a nation during a time of great famine. His hidden years, marked by betrayal, imprisonment, and adversity, were not only a time of learning personal resilience, but also of developing the leadership skills necessary to govern. The wisdom and humility he gained during those years in the shadows became the foundation for his ability to handle the immense responsibility that came with being second in command to Pharaoh. God knows that if he were to reveal you too soon, you might not be ready to handle the magnitude of what comes with that elevation. When he hides you, he ensures that your character is shaped, your vision is sharpened, and your ability to make wise decisions is strengthened. This process often involves experiences that challenge your faith, force you to depend on God, and build your emotional strength. You are being tested in ways that are necessary for your growth, even though the results of those tests may not be immediately visible. Take the example of David. Before he became king, he was anointed in private by the prophet Samuel. But he spent many years hiding in caves, being pursued by King Saul. During those years, God was not only developing David's skill in warfare, but also refining his heart. He learned humility, patience, and the importance of waiting for God's timing. These lessons were not easy, but they were essential for him to carry the heavy responsibility of being king. When the time came for him to take the throne, he did not do so with arrogance or entitlement, but with the understanding that leadership is a sacred trust, not a privilege. In your hidden season, God is preparing you for a leadership that requires wisdom, discernment, and grace. He is teaching you to carry his heart, not just your own desires. As you walk through seasons of testing, God is refining your integrity and teaching you how to respond to opposition, criticism, and even betrayal with grace and forgiveness. The weight of responsibility that comes with stepping into your calling requires a level of emotional and spiritual maturity that is often only developed in the hidden places. This preparation is not just for public impact, it is also for the private moments that define who you truly are. When God elevates you, it is not just about the applause of the world, it is about fulfilling the assignment he has placed on your life with humility, wisdom, and grace. He knows that true influence comes from a place of deep character and understanding. Your hidden season is where you are shaped into someone who can lead, serve, and impact others in a way that reflects his heart and his purpose. God is ensuring that you are ready to carry the responsibility of your purpose, not just for your own benefit, but for the benefit of those who will be impacted by your obedience. He does not take his calling lightly, nor should you. The weight of responsibility that comes with fulfilling your destiny is something that requires preparation, and he is taking the time to prepare you in the hidden seasons so that when the world sees you, you are not just ready to step into the spotlight, but ready to handle everything that comes with it. As you wait in your hidden season, it is not only about the refining process or preparing for visibility. God is also positioning you for divine opportunities that are beyond your imagination. He understands the desires of your heart and has already planned the steps that will lead to the fulfillment of those desires, but he knows that timing is crucial. There is a divine setup that is taking place, and your season of hiding is actually a time when God is orchestrating the circumstances, relationships, and events that will open doors for you in ways you could never have imagined on your own. In this season, God is doing more than just preparing you internally. He is arranging external factors that will align perfectly when the time is right. He is opening doors that no man can shut and closing those doors that would have led you in the wrong direction. The waiting may feel uncomfortable, but it is necessary. God is making sure that everything lines up, every detail, every connection, every resource, so that when he finally reveals you, you step into your calling at the perfect moment with all the tools, wisdom, and favor you need. God works in ways that are beyond human comprehension. He has the ability to arrange circumstances that you could never have planned for yourself. While you may feel overlooked or insignificant in the moment, God is not wasting a single moment. Every encounter, every connection, and every event is part of his divine arrangement. Your hidden season is not wasted time. It is the period where God is lining up opportunities that will propel you into your purpose at the right moment. The key is understanding that God's timing is never premature and it is never late. He is not only preparing you for your purpose, but also setting the stage for your purpose to be fulfilled in the most effective way possible. The waiting may feel like a period of inactivity, but it is actually a time of unseen preparation. Just as a seed is planted in the soil and appears to do nothing for a while, it is actually growing deep roots that will allow it to flourish when it emerges. Similarly, God is growing your roots, your character, your strength, your faith during your hidden season so that when the time comes, you will be ready to take on the opportunities that He has carefully designed for you. Moreover, your hidden season also protects you from rushing into opportunities that are not part of God's perfect plan. Sometimes we want to take matters into our own hands and force open doors that God has not yet ordained. We may see others being promoted and we wonder why our time hasn't come. But God knows that the wrong opportunity at the wrong time can derail your destiny. He sees the bigger picture and knows exactly when to open doors that will lead to lasting success and fulfillment. This is why your hidden season is so crucial. It keeps you out of the wrong opportunities and prepares you for the ones that are in alignment with His will. There will come a moment after all the preparation and waiting when the doors will swing open wide and you will step into opportunities that were always meant for you. But in the meantime, trust that God is working on your behalf, positioning you for success and preparing the world around you for your unique contribution. He is arranging divine connections, opening doors that no one else could have opened, and placing you in the right place at the right time. Your hidden season is not a period of inactivity. It is the time when God is quietly and meticulously preparing you for what is ahead. While it may feel like nothing is happening, know that God is at work, aligning everything you need. The opportunities that will come to you in the right time will be greater than anything you could have planned or hoped for on your own. Keep trusting, keep waiting, because the best is yet to come. When God reveals you, it will be with divine opportunities that exceed your expectations and are perfectly aligned with the purpose He has called you to fulfill. As you reflect on your hidden season, remember this: God's silence does not mean His absence. Every moment of waiting, every challenge, and every season of obscurity is part of His divine plan to prepare you for a greater purpose. He is refining you, strengthening you, and positioning you for a breakthrough that is beyond what you can imagine. While you may not see the full picture now, trust that God is working in ways you cannot yet understand. He is orchestrating circumstances, relationships, and opportunities that will unfold in His perfect timing. So when you feel hidden, know that you are not forgotten. You are being prepared for something greater than you could ever achieve on your own. God hides you for a reason: to protect you, to refine you, and to position you for the divine opportunities He has already set in motion. Trust His process, and when the time is right, He will reveal you to the world in a way that is far beyond anything you ever dreamed. Keep believing, keep pressing forward, and know that your time is coming.